Cool. All right. So here's, let me kind of do the little chef presentation here, right?
Yeah.
So I have an idea for a business. I live in Oakland, California, which is, right across the bridge from San Francisco. And it's just really densely populated. And the people such as myself who ride motorcycles typically live in apartments, which means our bikes are generally on the street, which can be really challenging. Cars back into them, they're exposed to the elements all the time. So one of my ideas is to create a motorcycle parking garage. So that way people can just park their bikes there. They know they're safe. They're outside of the elements and then they can come and get them whenever they want to. So that is what this is. So it's just like a rental space. And I was trying, as somebody who, started writing code many, many moons ago, I really was like, let me embrace this AI piece. So I decided to use N8N because I was like, okay, well, let's just check it out. Because I was like, this is way too easy. Yeah, I was like, okay, let me do it. So what I did was, in trying to use the technologies that we had, so this one up here, I just left them all in the same one. I probably would have broken them up if this was for production as far as like leaving them. But so basically, I have like this one workflow that stores, basically the policies for my company inside of a Pinecone database. So it vectorizes it, chunks it up, vectorizes, it does the embeddings and so forth. And so here's like the policy document. Am I switching? Do you guys see the policy document?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So I have like a quick summary policy document, then one that goes into details for the actual bike shop. So basically, so that was just kind of a standalone where I upload the data. And then in this one is where the main work happens. So I used a lovable front end and used a webhook to connect it. And so I just opted to use an agent here. And so the agent is using OpenAI, the memory is very kind of small. It's only like five. But what it does is it always checks the Pinecone vector database for the policies. And that's where it starts to give before it gives an answer to the customer. And then if it doesn't have that, then it will go out and look, just use OpenAI to do that. And at the end of the booking, it sends an email. So to the customer confirming that they are all set up. So just standard. So I have my index in Pinecone. And then of course I have like my Lovable app. So if we go here, right, so I'll just start off and I'll just like, starts off, hey there, welcome to Joy's Motorcycle Garage. I tried to keep it kind of what I call California casual as far as the language. So you might see a lot of awesome or whatever. It depends on whatever the AI generates. So like I can say something like, hey, what's the hourly rate, right? And then, of course, right now, what it's doing, I don't know, let me pop over here, see if you all can see that. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I was too slow. But the hourly rate is $5, and that you can actually see that here if we go to like, where's like rates. You'll see the hourly rate is $5 per hour. So it's pulling it from the document from like what I have stored in Pinecone. So that's the hourly rate. And so I have it asked like, does that answer your question? Would you like to know more? Um, yes, let's, you know, rent a parking space. And then before they rent a parking space, because I am in California, it's a very litigious state. So I make sure they have insurance, right? So it shows our insurance policy and the full nine, and then always checks in, are you good to proceed? And then I'm like, yes. So make sure I confirm that I have that all set up. And then, basically, I'd love to help you, blah, 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 move forward if you would like to proceed renting a parking space. And then yes. There we go. The first one was confirmation that I have the proper insurance and so forth. So now I'm going to do the booking piece. Oh, it's kind of like stuck for whatever reason. I'll have to come in here. Let's see. Yes, let's do a weekly rental. All right. I have to come and see. Let's see what's going on here. Why it's kind of sitting in that one spot. Oh, here we go. There we go. It was sitting there for a while. Maybe I was moving too fast. Yeah, I don't know. It's stuck on this insurance thing, so I got to go figure out what's going on with that piece there. But basically, then it would just walk you through the process and send an email. So I'm gonna go figure out what's going on here, and before we wrap up today, I'm gonna come through and like show you all that piece of it all. But yeah, there we go.